I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you a go love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host. My name is Man. Yeah, I was several aliases and them used to call me Beanie Man, Burke, all kind of names me used to have in the football allows you the privilege of getting some very strange names, people will call you based on in Jamaica we have this nickname thing. So if you're a black, you're called Blacks. If you have a lot of weight, you're called Bigs. If you're skinny, they call you Maga Man. If you're tall, them say Tall P. If you're short, them say Shorty. You understand me? So almost everything about you in Jamaica, you understand me, can become a nickname. Then you have some Jamaica is very strange, right? So you have all different people have a lot of dog. There are a lot of dog names in Jamaica, right? Man dog, green dog, black dog, mad dog, big dog, dirty dog. You understand me? So we have a lot of dog nicknames in Jamaica. You understand me? Yeah, man. You have green dog. Hey, in fact, there's a baller used to go to Swallowfield named Pain Dog. You have black dog, pain dog, green dog. You understand me? Mad dog. You understand me? Bad dog. Yeah. So you have all of those things. I think dog is probably the animal with the most names in Jamaica. You understand me? Yeah, the Jamaicans don't like cat name. You understand me? They were iron dog. Yeah, Iron Dog. Iron Dog is a favorite one. You understand me? But what are some of the most common nicknames across Jamaica? Maybe we can start off the conversation on a light note. I think Bigs are bigger. I think those are probably some of the most common names. Bling Dog, yes. Oh, could I forget? Bling Dog, if you don't like Bing Dog, chuck off what up, pig. That's a good one. Bling Dog, Iron Dog, yeah, Maga Dog, Reds, yeah, man. If you have blacks, you have reds. You have brown, man. You understand me? Ratty, yeah, Ratty is a common name to Ratty, yeah. But blacks is probably one of the most common. Blacks and bigs are probably like every community in Jamaica supposed to have a blacks. and every community is supposed to have a bigs. Yeah, tall you, no man, monkey man, no man. I don't really hear monkey man. I don't know about the name monkey man. That's a Jamaican. Monkey man, you can't call the man monkey man, man. Yeah, man. You know what? Yeah, well, Mr. Chin is the most common name. Everybody that is of Asian descent in Jamaica name Mr. Chin. From you look Chinese and Mr. Chin your name. from you operate in a wholesale or a supermarket in a Jamaica or a haberdashery and you look Chinese and Mr. Chin your name. If you work at a Chinese restaurant, your name Mr. Chin. If you work with the what's the name of the company that in charge of all of the highway? Mr. Chin your name. You understand me? Yeah, so Coolie is the next common name. Fat man. Man said donkey man. Nobody no name no donkey man, but no, the donkey man is not a common name. We talk about enough man a Jamaican name monkey man. Nobody a Jamaican name. I've never met anybody with that name though. Check. Yeah, check. If you work with check, your name Mr. Chin. You understand me? Yeah. Yeah, man is man, what day me say something to Mr. Chin. In him language, he was shocked. Oh. Yeah, the Ross. Yeah, man. Every dreadlock is called Ross in Jamaica. What go on, Ross? Browning here. Browning are the common woman name. And Pinky is a very common woman name. Yeah. Big up, Redman from Treasure Beach. What you mean, man? You see that? That's the next name. Redman. Yeah, man. Or Natty. Yeah, Natty. Yeah, man. Or Bobo. What God, Bobo? You understand me? But I think the most common name though is Blocks, right? We can agree that the most common male nickname in Jamaica is Blocks. Yeah. Yeah, that is the thing. They probably think like that because anytime Jamaican meet Chinese or Asian, every time they meet an Asian, we say Mr. Chin. It don't matter which part. They could be from Cambodia. Them name Mr. Chin. Yeah, big up man in his man. Your glasses them. Yeah. Yeah, your glasses them call you. They call you 4-eye. Our glasses where I go on. Yeah, man. But there you go. Everywhere have a Shorty, Blacks, Pinky, Keisha. Yeah. Shorty for real, yeah. Big up man is man. Your glasses them call you 4-eye. A man be from Arab country, Jamaican, I go say. Yeah, Indian, yeah. Yeah, so those are the very common names. The other thing in Jamaica is that, like, everywhere in Jamaica, like, that I've gone, you have, like, Main Street and Middle Street. Like, most places that I've gone to, most parishes, you hear about Middle Street. Like, there's a road called Middle Street, or there's a road called Main Street. Those are, like, the most common name, Middle Street. Like, everywhere in a... There's a Middle Street me live on. Middle Street me come from our Main Street. It depend Main Street. Yes, Main Street there. So you understand me? Big up Balakar, France all the way. So yeah, Pink is usually a hot girl. Yeah, or a girl that kind of high color. A high color girl is normally called Pinky. Most of the time. Rarely do you see a black girl they call Pinky. And so them have some girl they call Bumper. You know what that mean? So some very strange. There's some things about the Jamaican culture that I don't know if it happens everywhere, but in Jamaica, a lot of people have what we call nicknames or pet names, and they normally derive from some of those things. But today is a very special show. listen, Manchester United won today. They lately a goal by the youngster as they had a 2-1 victory over Fulham. And then Aston Villa continued their winning way under Unai Emery. They defeated Brighton by 2-1 as well. Danny Ings scoring 2 goals for them. Yeah. So those are the results in the EPL, which means that Manchester United is in 5th place right now, behind they are in 5th place on 23 points. Let me see, 26 points they are on. So they are, behind Tottenham, but they have a game in hand on Tottenham, which could put them on the same points as Tottenham. But Tottenham have a superior goal difference because Manchester United is 20 goal scorers, scored 20 goals, conceded. Aston Villa, with their win, they moved to 12th place on the league table. Those are the 2 games that were played today. All things are on break until December after the World Cup. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. If you speak Spanish in Jamaica, people automatically feel you come from Spain. Enough Jamaican don't know that it is not just Brazil and Portugal alone speak Portuguese. I think they know, but listen, Jamaica culture is different. Jamaican just know a lot of things, but we don't really pay attention. We don't really business. We just like to add a little spice to life. That's just Jamaica. All right. Big up Kevin Reed. When say Argentina all the way. Demo says, I hope Manins and Cranky saw the Paulina masterclass today at CDM. Stop putting look a party next. Oh, jeez. So Demo, you're really putting this Paulina guy close to Thomas Partey, Demo? The man team lose. And Demo compare him in masterclass to Thomas Partey, that when Thomas Partey plays, Arsenal wins. The only game in the Premier League that Arsenal lost, Thomas Partey never played in. Arsenal has not lost a game with Thomas Partey in their midfield in the Premier League. Don't do that, Demo, man. Don't do that. Demo, don't do that, man. But today, people, it's a very, very special show because on today's show, right, a couple things. One, you can call in and go through the World Cup bracket, right? You can call in. Once you call in, the number is running on screen there. You can call in. The number is 3736449. You call in and you pick who coming out of the group. The program will do it for you, and we run through your stuff. You can also come on screen. So I'm going to pin the link. It's in the comment section now. I'm going to pin it so that you can actually come on screen. When you come on screen, though, preferably turn on your camera. Make sure you have good visuals and a good mic. All right. And so, yeah, you come on and you can pick from who's coming out of which group, round of 16, all the way through. All right. So this is your special show. The World Cup is coming up, and we want everyone to get an opportunity to do that. All right. So, all right. Demo, we will see in the World Cup, who look better. And after World Cup, the Premier League, Thomas Partey is right up there. Top midfielder. Right? That's true, man. Because English is the most spoken language in the world, and Mandarin and Hindu is the most spoken language in the world. 5 to 15 youth, 16 to 30 dogs, 30 to 40 uncle or father, 550 to 1,000 grams. All right. So the first person who is going to go through, I'm going to give you the Reggae Girls lineup as well. The first person who is going to go through his bracket is the Chelsea man, who was put under further pressure today by Manchester United winning, but we're not going to talk about that. The Reggae Girls game will not be televised, but if you want, I can give you the starting 11. All right. So let me give you the starting 11 for the Reggae Girls. The goalkeeper is Rebecca Spencer. They have Malike Days, Chantel Swaby, Denisha Blackwood, Alison Swaby, Drew Spence, Havana Solon, Kayla McCoy, Paige Bailey Gill, Shayaban Wilson, and Khadijah Shaw. On the bench, you have Sydney Snyder, Leah Brooks, Tierney Wilshire, Atlanta Primus, Chenelu Asher, Tiffany Cameron, Vinian Sampson, Satara Murray, Shania Matthews, Shania Hales, Rachel Jones, Shaniel Buckley, Kania Plummer, but she will not be playing. All right, so that's the starting 11 for the Reggae Girls. All right. CC, you ready for your bracket? You're muted, CC.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, man.
All right. So we're gonna look at CC's bracket, see who he has winning the World Cup, who he has going through and thing, and then he can give his reason for that. So let me bring up the bracket, and then we will go from there. All right. So let's find it, and all right. So there you go, CC. So this is the group stage. So you can just give me a picks for each group. Let me see how it looks on the screen. Right there you go. I think that is big enough. You seeing it?
Yeah, man. I've seen it, man.
Okay. All right. So yeah, give me a pick for the groups, and then the program will work it out. So you have to give me who coming first, who coming second. Group A.
All right. For Group A, have the Dutch coming first, have the Senegalese coming second.
So Netherlands and Senegal. All right. So you don't have how you think that going to work out? Dutch winning all the games? Are you what your prediction?
My prediction is, I think this group is a tough group, a toughie in terms of, I think all of the teams will beat the Qatar team, even though the World Cup is in Qatar. So this might be a repeat of 2002 Japan. There's a lot of speculation as to what happened with that team, right? Because if you remember, I think South Korea was the team that went to the semi-final of that World Cup. They were the hosts. Nobody could have anticipated South Korea reaching that far in the tournament. So if Qatar comes out of the group, it's going to be surprising, but not surprising. But I don't see them coming out of the group, right? And I don't know what to say this, but on football merit, I'm not seeing them coming out of the group. I think that Netherlands is a very strong team, and I think that the Senegalese are a very indomitable. Pronounce that word right. Good team. So I think with that all being said, I think Ecuador is going to be the team that is going to put up the fight. I think that Senegal and Ecuador match might be a tricky one, which they might be in the draw. So I think that what will happen is that Netherlands will end up beating Ecuador and beating Qatar, drawing with Senegal, and then Senegal is going to beat Qatar and draw with Netherlands and possibly Ecuador. So I think I have Senegal on 5 points and Ecuador and Netherlands on 7 points.
Ecuador and Netherlands on 7 points.
Senegal, man. Senegal on 5. Netherlands on 7.
And Ecuador on what?
Ecuador on 4.
Okay.
Ecuador to beat Qatar and draw with Senegal but lose to Netherlands.
Okay. What? All right. Fine. Group B.
So, but if you realize, man, but before I said this, based on how the first group the game go, it's gonna be difficult because Ecuador faces Qatar first. So Ecuador quite possibly will be leading the group after the first round of fixtures.
Yep. Because that is the first game of the World Cup.
So yeah, and Netherlands and Senegal will be playing second.
Yeah.
Will be playing the next day, which I have a draw for that game. So those two teams will be on 1 point. So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of tricky because I think Ecuador, if Ecuador slides into second,
I could see that first group.
um,
I could see that first game also drawing.
which one? The Ecuador Qatar?
Yeah, because it is the first game of the World Cup. Home crowd and all of that.
Yeah, it's a possibility. It's a 11 a.m. game too. Yeah. For the next round is tricky. I
Right.
have the
So the next. No, we're not going to the next round. The next group.
next group. Sorry.
All right. So people remember. The link is pinned. You can come on after CC and give your pick. So the next group you are selecting.
I'm selecting the English team and the Welsh team.
So who's coming first and second?
I have the English team coming first and the Welsh
Wait a
team coming
second.
second.
All right. Group C.
Group C now. I have Argentina.
Saudi Arabia, Mexico, or Poland.
Boy, I know say Mexico leave me in a there's a quandary. I'm picking Mexico, but I'm picking Mexico because for CONCACAF reasons.
So I never pick USA for CONCACAF reasons. And I think the USA team is better than the Mexico team.
I think the USA team is better than the Mexico team, but I just think that there's a possibility that the Welsh team might nip the
USA
USA
have a
team.
good midfield, with Aronson and Tyler Adams
Yeah,
and
man, Weston McKennie,
Musa
them man.
and McKennie and all of those guys.
Yeah, USA
At
have
the
a
top of
very
the
good
game.
team, Them have a very good team, man. But I mean, as I said, well, this is probably this is Wales' first World Cup and everything. There's a lot.
Pulisic. Very good set of young players, And the Wales team is very old.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But I mean, I would love to see. To be honest, I have England and Wales going through, but I'd love to see the USA go through. So
Yeah.
I might just end up. All right. I might just end up picking the US off. Change the Welsh team to the US team. Change Wales to US.
Yeah. Don't let me change your mind,
No, man, I gotta pick them. I pick them CONCACAF wise.
Huh?
I'm going to pick them. I gotta pick them, man.
All right. So all right. So you have Mexico. All right. Group D.
I use my art management and pick US. I use pick US and Mexico, not me.
Right. I see Christopher Wright has joined. So let's see. We can go through your own CC and then see we can get Group D.
All right. Group D. Group D now. Group D. Denmark, Australia, Tunisia. I have Denmark within the group.
Yeah. And who come in second?
And I have Tunisia coming second.
Man say France going home, people. People them soon start beating them.
They want back to me, man. They want to look on a point, pick the long time. I have Spain and Germany for Group E. Spain comes second, Germany win the group.
You know what Demo says? Demo says, where's Demo coming? Because Demo spoke about that, Demo says, I hope CC has Spain as a foul in this bracket,
That group are tough. That group are tough, man.
So who is winning this group?
I have
Japan, Costa Rica, Germany, and Spain.
Why Spain pick one side? They may have to wonder if they not even one can Thiago them and stuff. I have Germany winning the group, Spain coming second.
What? You think
So
Japan
Croatia.
getting? Oh,
So
okay.
the two World Cup finalists them. Oh my.
No, that's Costa Rica, you
The
know,
two World.
in Group
Oh,
E.
Costa Rica. Oh,
Yeah, Costa
I'm
Rica.
gonna see it good.
Group F
For this group now, oh the World Cup.
have Morocco, Canada,
F.
Belgium, and Croatia.
Group F,
Yeah.
Croatia. I think Croatia is an aging team, you know. Them can do any, they can do things still, you know. But me have Belgium and Canada.
Belgium and Canada. I know the people them going to say the worst brackets these they ever get. Group G. Let's see.
That's the one is them are gonna say a reverse bracket.
I am telling you,
I
I can tell that the people are not happy with you already, but go ahead still. It's your
They're
thing.
not PS because I'm not pick Croatia. I'm gonna pick France.
See, you see the man start telling if get this brother off.
Brazil.
This brother. Hey,
Brazil winning the group.
yeah. Cameroon, Switzerland, Serbia.
And the Serbians to come second.
Serbia, again, very strange.
Serbia, no, the Swiss. Give me the Swiss.
Switzerland, all right.
Mm.
Switzerland, all right. Group H, South Korea, Ghana, Uruguay, and Portugal.
Portugal
Mm-hmm.
and the Ghanaians.
And I vote Uruguay and South Korea. Boy, CC, I know you get to pick them from still, but let's see, based on CC's pick people, this is what it would look like. All right, so let's go. In the second round, you would have the Netherlands versus USA in the round of 16. Who's winning that?
Netherlands.
All right. You have Argentina versus Tunisia based on your pick. Who is winning that?
Argentina.
All right. Then you have Germany versus Canada.
So Germany versus Canada.
Yeah.
Germany.
Brazil versus Ghana.
Brazil.
England versus Senegal.
Senegal.
Yo, how is CC come from? Yo, you can't get, you don't take a medication to the CC. Denmark versus Mexico.
Denmark.
Yo, I don't understand them picking one. I must troll me. Belgium versus Spain.
España.
Spain. Okay. Wow. Portugal versus Switzerland. Portugal. All right. So based on that, people, that is CC round of 16. You see the games that he has picked. Then, all right. So let's go through the picks. No, from the round of 16. All right. So Argentina versus Netherlands. Who is winning?
Argentina.
All right. Well, you picked that for you already. Germany versus Brazil.
Brazil.
Brazil. All right. Senegal versus Denmark.
Give me Senegal.
Senegal. Okay.
Yeah.
Spain versus Portugal.
Spain versus Portugal.
Yeah.
Portugal.
Portugal. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's your quarterfinal pairings. No, yes, your semifinals. Right? Because you have Brazil versus Argentina. Who is winning that?
Brazil.
And then you have Senegal versus Portugal.
Portugal.
Okay. All right. And then you're picking Brazil to win, I suspect.
Yeah, man, Brazil to win the World
What do you say? People, that is CC picks, right? CC, you need to make sure your screen record this, remember it, sir. All right. So we're going to clear up CC. We're going to reset this. Then don't leave CC. Then we'll go through Christopher's picks. All right. You ready, Christopher? Let me add you to the stream. You ready?
Good evening.
What do you think about CC picks in the first place?
Well, as I said, it's everybody's opinion, and you know some people have some players. When it comes to the World Cup, a lot of people choose players over teams because you have good players in teams that will not go far, so that they'll kind of lean to the players that the team that the players are playing for. But I have my 9-year-old son here who he saw it and said he wanted to make his picks because he's very knowledgeable about the soccer management.
All right, not a problem. So,
his name is Cristiano. Say good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Christian. Good name. That's the middle name of one of my sons, you know.
No, it's Cristiano.
Cristiano. Oh my Lord. All right. Cool.
They're not wow in the World Cup already.
All right. Danny Dredd says CC is a real madman. Demo says what heap of nonsense from CC. But let us go through Christian's pick. All right. So Christian, Group A has the host Qatar. They have Senegal with Mane and Mendy and Koulibaly. Ecuador with Saicedo.
Marins. Yeah. Trust me, he knows everything. All the players are telling about, he knows them. Trust me.
All right. So who is coming out of Group A?
I think in first place it's gonna be the Netherlands.
Yes.
And in second, Senegal.
Okay. All right. I hope as you continue, you differ a whole lot from CC because CC started out good and then just went downhill. All right, Group B.
In first place, I have England coming out, and in second, USA.
Oh, well, all right, Cristiano. All right, don't. Try to steer away from CC's picks, all right? Don't let him influence you. Group C, Cristiano.
In first place, I have Poland.
What?
And second, Argentina.
Okay, whoa, all right. Group D.
In first, I have France. And second, Denmark.
Okay. All right. CC did not have France coming through. All right. Group E.
In first, I'm going to go with Spain. And second, I'm going to go with Germany.
Germany. All right. Group F, Morocco, Canada, Belgium, and Croatia.
In first, I have Belgium. And second, Croatia.
All right. Group G, Cameroon, Brazil, Switzerland, and Serbia.
First place, Brazil. Second place, Cameroon.
Okay. All right. And Group H, South Korea, Ghana, Uruguay, and Portugal.
First place, Portugal. Second place, Uruguay.
All right. Let me ask you that. What do you think about those picks? You might say better than CC. What you say about those, Christopher?
Well, Spain, I would have Spain coming probably second in that group because regardless of the disappointment of De Gea, Thiago, Ramos, I think they're still gonna come through the group.
Okay, but second, so you'd have Germany finishing at the top.
I will have Germany at the top and Spain second. And okay. I'm not sure I don't think US is gonna come through that group. I think Wales is gonna come through.
Okay. All right. Nitro says great pick by the youngster. All right. So now that we have your picks, what we are going to do is we are going to do our auto pick and then it is going to set it up for the knockout stage. There you go. So based on your picks, you have in the round of 16, Netherlands versus the USA. All right. Who are you picking to win that game?
Netherlands.
Then you have Poland versus Denmark.
I think Poland's gonna win that game.
Okay. Spain versus Croatia.
Croatia.
All right. Brazil versus Uruguay.
Brazil.
All right. Seems like you had this written down before, man. England versus Senegal.
Senegal.
What? See, the youngster seen like you, man. France versus Argentina.
France.
What? The Messi fans are not going to like you for this. I think that is why you name Cristiano and not Lionel. Belgium versus Germany.
Belgium.
And Portugal versus Cameroon. Portugal. Obviously, I could tell that it's going to be Portugal. All right. So those are is round of 16 now. You have in the quarterfinals, you have Netherlands versus Poland. Who wins that game?
I think it's hard. I think Poland.
Lewandowski effect that man is man.
And Szczesny, Zielinski.
I'm telling you, I'm thinking like this is just he's just picking one. Let's work with it. I don't think Poland will reach not even the round of 16, but I'm going to work with him. We'll challenge the youngster. Maybe the wisdom is with the kids. So let's see.
You hear him naming out the players is not. He says not only Lewandowski. Who else you said?
I said
Szczesny from Juve and Zelensky. Yeah, good players, two good players, but. Yeah, they struggle in the qualifier. They actually went through the playoff and they struggle in the Euros. So I can't see them going through. But hey, we will see. Croatia versus Brazil.
Brazil.
Brazil. All right. If this were the pathway, man, this is making it nice and easy for Brazil. Senegal versus France.
France.
And Belgium versus Portugal, right?
That's all his boys on both teams now. So he's stuck now.
He's stuck between De Bruyne and Cristiano.
Yeah. So who is winning that game, Cristiano? Belgium or Portugal?
I have to.
You have to go with Portugal. All right. So let's go Portugal. All right. So your semifinals would have Brazil versus Poland and France versus Portugal. Who goes into the finals from here?
Brazil's gonna beat Poland.
Yes.
And Portugal's gonna beat France.
Oh, and I suspect you have Portugal winning the World Cup.
Yes.
That's a Cristiano.
But you know what, man?
Yes.
Brazil is back up. Brazil is back up because of Neymar.
Oh, so he likes. I see. He likes Cristiano Ronaldo, Lewandowski, and Neymar.
Yeah. He has a few others, but like Mbappe is his guy too.
Okay. And Kevin De Bruyne.
De Bruyne. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that he has no love for Lionel Messi.
Wait, when we went to the Argentina game, he actually cried when Messi scored the 2 goals.
Yeah. So CC, what do you think? Because I'd love to hear your breakdown.
What is the final?
He has Brazil versus Portugal.
What's my final?
Huh?
What's my final?
Come on, CC.
Brazil versus Portugal.
Okay, well, tell her.
So both say you have Brazil versus Portugal. It's just that he chose a different path.
Yeah, he chose a different path. But yeah, I think it's based on how the zones are set up. I think a lot of persons are sleeping on the Portuguese team. It's the coaching, I think, which is holding back Portugal. Because when I look at the pieces around, I look at the pieces in Portugal like the Cancelos, Bernardo Silva. When I look, João Moutinho, João Felix.
Moutinho didn't make the team.
Well, Yeah, but
He didn't make the team. Neves is there, and Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz is there. Ruben Neves is there.
And the guy from
Cancelo is
PSV,
there. Rafael Leo is there. I think,
Nino Menz.
Yeah, Nino Menz.
But I think
Cancelo.
when I look at the team management, the team, a lot of these players are top players in their club. Are, for example, like a Rafael Leo with a AC Milan, you can see the impact that he has at AC Milan. You already see the impact with a Ruben Diaz and a João Cancelo in the Manchester City team.
Yes.
Plus Bernardo Silva. So that's 3 Portuguese who play. And I think that's one of the key things as well. You have 3 Portuguese playing in the same club team. So like the chemistry is easily translated over into the.
You really think so? When they don't even play the same system, I don't think so.
They're not necessarily playing the same system, you know. However, you kind of have an idea how these other players would play, as opposed to not necessarily knowing. Because I remember, you know, I see it where it benefited Spain when they're not. I think Spain probably play a similar system to what Barcelona was playing. However, most of the players only played for like Barcelona and Real Madrid. So I think when you have a number of players coming from one particular team and knowing how this player train, it's easier to like and capitalize at the World Cup, because at the World Cup there's not necessarily any, to me, there's not necessarily any like training in terms of that taking place. There's much more match management and in-game management and tactical setups. So I think that's where I think Portugal set up, a lot of persons are sleeping on them. So for me, I think they can go far. It depends on all the brackets peter out, but you have to play what's in front of you. I think there's a lot of things going on.
I think Portugal would struggle to beat France though.
But I'm just coming to France. I think France has individual talents. But there's a lot of things going on with France where every time we see this with France, they don't go nowhere in the tournament. 2002, I think 2014, and I think those are the 2 World Cup where you see the same set of issues. Not 2014, 2010, sorry. The same set of issues that France is going through right now. Every time they have certain kind of controversies and issues building up around the team, you realize them go to the World Cup. Remember, we were on the show yesterday, we talk about discipline. You have an Mbappe who's there saying that Mbappe wants to play the number 10 role. Then you have things being coming out like players don't want to pass the ball to this player, that player don't want to do this. You understand? So the whole thing that derailed their Euro campaign, because you have like, I think it was involved Adrian Rabiot at one point in time. You have other players that have not traveled because of like injury, like a Paul Pogba. There was conflict between them. So I think all of that, if they get that right, they might can string a run together and go far, because they have proven themselves by winning the World Cup and they have good talent. But I think that the discipline within the camp, I'm not too quite sure if it will come together at the World Cup. I've seen a couple of months right now, they have been struggling.
Yeah, the one thing I'll say is that I think the fact that the 2 best South American teams, in my opinion, are going to be meeting at some point on the same side of the bracket. For one of them to win, they have to beat the other one at some point. Is what I just don't like how it looks. Because Brazil and Argentina may meet before the final, because they're not going to meet in the final. Either one going to be out or both are going to be out. And I think that is it for me. I know some persons are saying that Argentina and Portugal are going to reach the final. I think that is more a dream, because people believe like Messi or Ronaldo deserves a World Cup. People must also remember that Neymar has not won a World Cup either, and this is also his last World Cup. Harry Kane.
Most of the Brazil team too, man.
Yeah, because most of this team.
No man, most of the team, remember said no man. I think it's like 10 of the players. Remember that 16 of the 26 players are making their debut, you know.
Oh, what you mean is that they can come out? No, I think Christopher was saying that.
Yeah, but I think like
I think he's saying that they have not won the World Cup. None of the players on this Brazil team have had a winning experience at the World Cup.
Thiago Silva didn't win, man.
Huh?
No,
he didn't. No, he didn't. Yeah.
None of them would have won because they would have been
Right.
very
And
old.
if
The
your
only
last
person
World
who
Cup,
possibly
Marquinhos,
could have won would have been
It's
Dani Alves,
2000.
and Dani
Dani
Alves didn't
Alves.
win.
Yeah, it was 2002.
But
And
Dani Alves
Daniel Alves.
started 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he went from them time. I don't think there's anybody there that went to 06. It only would probably be Dani Alves if he went.
And people, Neymar did say this is his last World Cup, so he's not going back. So I think he has something. This is Harry Kane's last World Cup. So he wants to win the World Cup too.
He said that as well?
Yeah. So a lot of people.
To be honest, I think a lot of persons are sleeping on it. Go ahead.
No, man, you go ahead.
Now I'm saying that a lot of persons are sleeping on the whole thing with Neymar. I think if you realize and you watch Neymar's demeanor going into this season, there's a lot of things that happened with PSG this season, even involving Neymar, where he was linked with a move away, and you were hearing that certain players didn't want him in the club. And normally, when those things happen, you probably would have seen some kind of outburst from Neymar or something circulating around Neymar in the media saying that Neymar is acting up or something like that. If you notice this campaign, the only thing that you have seen from Neymar is just brilliance. You have not necessarily seen anything that, Neymar is showboating, is not being serious, is not this, is not that. You're not seeing anything. If anything, you probably look at it like this. Neymar has been, some persons might not acknowledge this, but Neymar has been the best player on the PSG team so far this season in terms of goals, assists, and in play. And I think the rich vein of form that he's coming in, the conviction, and I think people now look on the still man is man. He has not won the Copa with Brazil. When they won the Copa the year, he never played because he was injured. And then he lost the Copa last year against Messi, and he was absolutely shattered. So you have to understand, say, the only trophy that Neymar has for Brazil is the Confed Cup that he won in 2013 against Spain. So I think everything, to me, more than anything else, he in his play, I'm seeing where he thinks this is his responsibility to deliver the World Cup trophy. At the end of the day, I have to go out there and play on the field, but I think with the conviction that he has, he will be going down fighting. And I think going down in terms of trying to display to the best of his ability what he can do. And we all know if Neymar comes out there and plays to the ability that we saw at Barcelona, and we have seen glimpses at Paris Saint-Germain, I think he can do it. And there's a big key factor that I think a lot of persons not realizing. It's the first time Brazil is coming to a World Cup in, I think, since this edition with the 32 teams and everything. And they have not been defending champions of something. They've always come into the World Cup as a defending champion. Either of the Copa America or the Confederation Cup or both. But this World Cup, they're coming in as like a regular team that won their qualification, but they have not won any international trophies in the last rounds coming into the World Cup. They went to the 2014 World Cup as Confed champions. They went to the 2018 World Cup as Confed champions as well. They went to the 2010 World Cup as Confed champions and as Copa champions. They went to 06 as Confederation champions. So I think, as I said, man, they come to 2002 World Cup. I think they won the Copa 99, if I'm not mistaken. So there's all of that, and I think Brazil, this is the last World Cup that's going to be a round of 30 with 32 teams.
Yeah.
And the last time they played with a World Cup that was 2014, it was the last World Cup prior to the 32 teams, and they won that World Cup. So there's a lot of things. Yeah. There's a lot of things.
I think I said this yesterday, and I want to get Christopher and probably Christian. I don't know if he knows this, but it is 20 years now, which is 5 4 is 20, right?
Yeah.
5 cycles since the World Cup has come to South America. Is this the time? Christopher, your question.
Well,
is it to South America? Yeah, go ahead.
I always have a bias for Brazil from ever since. But to be honest, I'm very, very confident in the team that I see selected this time around. I don't have much issue. A lot of people have an issue with Dani Alves, but for me,
no, I think they have an issue with Firmino not being. More people have an issue with Firmino.
Well, to be honest, if I would have to choose between Pedro, because a lot of people say they think he's in for Pedro. I don't necessarily think he's there for Pedro, but I just think that Pedro deserves to be at the World Cup. Well, you're gonna say, yeah, this was Firmino's last World Cup, but to be honest, Firmino was not gonna start anyway. He's not like.
I have a problem with Everton because he's 33.
Exactly, man. I'm saying if you're gonna replace Firmino, a lot of people saying it's Pedro. You can't. For me, I can't compare Pedro with Firmino right now.
Yeah.
If people are really watching both players and say that Pedro is not a better player than Firmino at this moment, I would question that one's opinion. But the fact that Everton has always been in the squad, I think that's probably, every coach have their players. Whether we like them or not, they have these players that they carry with them every tournament they're going to. Or every call-up, every team you have that.
You have those players, yeah. So, it's just like Harry Maguire in England.
I just think that Brazil is gonna pull it off. I think their biggest test is gonna come when they meet probably Argentina, because I'm looking forward for both of them to meet in the semifinals, and I think that the World Cup is also set up to.
Well, I'm telling you, it's so tough because you're gonna have
them there in the Marlins, man.
Yeah, because listen, either Messi, Neymar, De Bruyne, Ronaldo will not have a World Cup. Will not get. Okay, Alem can win it.
Yeah. One of those big players won't win a World Cup.
Yep.
But it's like Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo.
Because if Messi and Neymar meet, one of them will get knocked out. And then on the other bracket, you probably have De Bruyne and Ronaldo.
And Cristiano going to knock out each other.
Yeah.
But management, it's the Everton.
And they're probably the first, and Mbappe too. They're probably the 5 biggest names. You could probably...
Mbappe have a World Cup.
Yeah, and Mbappe already have a World Cup. Yeah. So
Mbappe not really. Mbappe cannot win an next World Cup in China. It's like, I think Mbappe, to me, reminds me of
Benzema though, because Benzema did not win the World Cup.
Right.
Mbappe situation.
And I mean, he has been in superb form probably in the last 2 years. In the last 2 years, won the Ballon d'Or and stuff. So that's added motivation for the France team.
I thought if they had Pogba and Kante, I would be bringing them right up behind Brazil to win this World Cup.
Actually, you're talking the man. The guy named Everton Ribeiro. That guy there, quite possibly. So that guy there, I'm gonna be him then carry to be the substitute in the case of Neymar.
I'm thinking that he's the one who replaced Firmino, because I'm saying
he replaced Firmino because he plays attacking midfield and he plays wing. His team replaced Firmino. See anybody chat and then attack? Because remember, Bobby Firmino is going to start. Bobby Firmino's position is basically if something happens to Neymar and he has to play like a false 9 or a number 10 role. And I think Everton Ribeiro is the person who went in the squad ahead of him. So I think persons are aiming at other people saying that.
Because it's not Pedro. I don't think it is Pedro.
Pedro was picked off. Look at it. I think people.
Merit, man. Pedro deserve it, man.
Yeah, and he's the leading goal scorer in the Copa Libertadores. He has been doing well in the Brazilian League and he has been doing well in the South American Champions League. He's the leading goal scorer there. So to not pick a player who is played in South America, who is playing the South American Champions League and leading the scoring, it wouldn't be a good look. Because even if Brazil lose, this is the thing I think a lot of persons understand. If Brazil loses the World Cup with the Brazilian fans, they much prefer to lose in their way or their mode. In terms of like
they say, every other team, every other person who support another team. If you ask them which team they think will win the World Cup, the majority is saying Brazil.
Yeah.
Even Argentinian fans who hate Brazil, I said, boy, afraid of the Brazil team, they're still in the boy. Argentina, I said still. You know what I mean? Like, I think, but I don't like the favorite tag because a lot of pressure on them. But
I think a lot of people have the France team to win the World Cup. I think France, Argentina, and Brazil are the highest fancy team.
So let me ask you a question, Manitz.
Yeah.
Which team that a lot of people are talking about, you think might surprise everybody?
All right, so that's a very good question. I was going to ask you that if I were to pick a dark horse, right? I think a fully fit Sadio Mane would give the from Africa, the Senegal team, a strong shot. I also think like Switzerland, Denmark and Switzerland are the two teams I think are going to surprise because both of those teams did well in the Euros. Right. And they could meet England again. You remember the shootout with Schmeichel in the goal. Yes. And the light in the Wembley Stadium. Yes. There's a lot of bad blood out of that whole situation. Remember, they also had Eriksen, who had the situation, who has come back into their team. Denmark, when you look at Denmark, football in Denmark and the coaches, you look at Frank at Brentford. I think the Denmark team and the Switzerland team are to me are two teams that could surprise. But I have to put in one of the African teams in there.
Christian Croatia. That's it.
Croatia. I think Croatia is a little bit old.
I think that Croatia might surprise because I feel like they have like the type of squad that would be able to like beat like an England team or like a team like
who are some of their good players?
Like
Madrid,
Kovacic,
yeah. Perisic, Ivan Perisic,
Kovacic.
Ilic, I think Ilic is his name, the forward. They have some very good players. Brother, yeah. All of those very good. They have a very good team.
And is the striker from that was at Florentina that went to Juventus?
He plays for Serbia. Serbia.
Okay. And Mitrovic is Serbia too also, right?
Mitrovic. No, yeah, Mitrovic is Serbian. Yeah.
Two good strikers that.
Yeah.
Mandzukic probably retired now.
Mandzukic is he's not going there. But you know,
what about Haaland, man? I don't hear a lot of people talking about Haaland this time.
Because Haaland has good defenders with Van Dijk and De Ligt and De Vrij, I think his name is. They have Dumfries and stuff. They have they're young in midfield. But I don't think Haaland has a centre forward.
Well, what about
Memphis?
Yes, but what about the coach?
Memphis, Van Gaal. I would have to talk to some Manchester United fan about that.
But you know, some man is man. I think Louis Van Gaal. Louis Van Gaal is probably.
I think he does a good job with the national team. Louis man is man.
He's the greatest Dutch coach, hands down. When that man wants to say X, Y, Z or not, I see Louis Van Gaal take up this team here, go to the final 2010, take the team 2014 and carry the side to the semi-final. Left the job and go and coach like a club. They never met the World Cup 2018. When the man come, the side was struggling, looking absolutely atrocious. And the man take the side out of the gutters and bring them to the World Cup. So I think with what Louis Van Gaal has done domestically in winning, I think he won the Champions League, he won league titles as well. And what he has done for his national
forward Gasper, but you have a good season.
Yeah. And for his national team.
Gakpo to me is a winger. I don't look at them. You see, when I look at Argentina front line with Vitória Martinez and Dybala and Messi, I say, there's a fear. Even when you look at France front line, there's a fear you have. When you look at Brazil front line, Portugal front line, I don't look at the Dutch front line and say, oh my God, they are dangerous. I don't have that feeling about them, and that is the problem I think they are going to have, in my opinion. Because Gakpo is a good winger. Memphis is more a winger than a center forward. But yeah, although somebody else is saying Gakpo is good, but
he's good, man. He's good. He didn't service and score.
Yeah. If you are watching the stream, remember you can come on, you can call in, or you can join the stream and give your bracket select the team coming out, and the program will work it all the way out to the final. But so if dark horses out like Denmark, I think could surprise, and Switzerland.
So other than Senegal, nobody don't rate any of the African teams. What about Ghana with those couple new injections?
Yeah, but I think if Hudson Odoi had gone and Eddie and Ketia, they would have been stronger. But I think Tunisia and Senegal are the two stronger African teams, because remember they have Koulibaly, they have Mendy in goal, and if Sadio Mane is fit, they have him. So I think the Senegal team, they won the African Cup of Nations. They defeated a good Egyptian team to qualify for the World Cup. Right. I think they have a very
star-studded team, to be honest, man.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things with the African temes, to man, is that the zone that they fall in.
Yeah,
difficult for them.
And so somebody is saying that the Morocco side is good. And Inaki Williams is also with Ghana, and his brother is with Spain, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So
Lamptey is with Ghana too.
Yeah, Lamptey just joined up with Ghana. Good little player. He scored against Arsenal in the cup game.
Yeah, I always like him.
Yeah. I see Demo saying England are the dark horses. It's coming home. What coming home? Not a thing of England, man.
That's their phrase, man. That's their English phrase.
Yeah.
You ready to keep on it? Then you say it's coming home. Football is coming home.
Coming home.
What as they say, the English created it, the Brazilians perfected it.
I always hear people saying English created football. Where did that come from?
I mean, I'm telling you what the problem, man, is, man. I think, remember that because the English colonized a lot of territories, they probably went to some African country and saw two men kicking a ball, and then ended up popularizing it. So if you look at the most populous culture that took it over the
England in the world. England in the world football is like USA in CONCACAF to me. That's how I look at this. They feel like they're powerhouses where I don't think they are. The Premier League, yes, but the national team, no.
Yeah, but remember too, England. I think England is probably one of the FAs that sits on the IFAB board, I think, as well, where they make the rules and stuff for the game. So them kind of have a whole lot of power in there.
Yeah, they do, because a lot of the FA rules are actually the FIFA rules. So when you look at like the FA, when you're checking rules,
Same rule like going at IFAB.
Duckland, African team have one or two players. No, man, listen, check the Senegal. The Ghana squad has not been released yet. I think the release is today. It's today, it's tomorrow, the 14th.
Well, to be honest, this is some things coming out, man, but Cristiano Ronaldo, so I not even know if he made space I got it. I remember saying he have tragedy in his family and peer things going on with Manchester and United. They see the interview with Piers Morgan and now look pretty. So I don't even, it might come down to the last day Ronaldo no gonna World Cup,
You really think so? I don't think so.
You would want to play, but I don't know man's man.
No. You want to say something, Christian?
He said.
So I completely forgot about the Senegal players, their midfielders. Idrissa Gueye
at Everton, big midfielder.
Kouyaté. Yeah. I also forgot about the guy. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Which team you play for?
I'm pretty sure. I think it's PSG.
It's PSG. I think he used to play for Everton. What's his name again?
Something like that.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot his name. They also have this guy from Watford too, Sarr.
Oh, Islami Sarr.
Remember who was linked to a lot of Premier League team man, but he's still there at Watford. I think Ismail Assar or something like that.
Yeah, man. Ismail Assar is the Watford guy.
Man freeze, look like.
You look at man. Power cut. Power cut. I reach upon them Sunday. You have. But I'm gonna tell you the guy what I must say. A PSG same there?
Eh?
Is he at PSG?
You find?
The player.
See, pronounce this. His name is Ndiaye.
There's two of them.
He play forward, man. His name Iliman or something like that.
Oh, no, them. I'm telling you. Oh, yeah, my car. Them car. Bulaye Dia, Bamba Dieng, Ismail Assar.
He plays for Sheffield
Ilman
United.
Ndia. Sheffield United. Ndia.
Sheffield United, yes.
Yeah, man. Ndia.
A lot of people probably not pay attention to it because in the championship.
Yeah, Famara they do. From Alan Yaspor. Yeah, you have Papa Matar Sar from Tottenham, Nampres Mendy from Leicester, Crepin Diate from Monaco, Pape Guy from Marseille, Checo Kuyate.
Remember they have the Mendy from Leicester too, you know.
Yeah, they have a
few players where everybody know, man. Where a lot of people want to pay attention.
Yeah, the Koulibaly, people know Koulibaly. You have Edward Mendy who's going to keep.
Yeah.
I think people know Bala Toretto from AC Milan, the defender. Abdul Diallo.
But see, what your honest opinion with USA? You think USA come out of the group? I don't think.
You know, honest opinion, I don't think they come out of the group.
I don't think they're going to pass Gareth Bale. Because Gareth Bale, a lot of people, nobody talking about Iran. And you know, so them team, they always bring a surprise in our World Cup. And if them beat Iran, if them beat or draw with one of those two teams, Wales or US, a dog fight, you know, for one of them out of the three of them to come out, you know.
Yeah, that could be a dog fight, man. Because
the only thing I realize, USA not afraid to play England, brother. Them well want to play England.
They have a ton of great.
Yeah, because of the history. There's a lot of history with the USA and England. So you know, so the USA I go always want to call the English.
But well, you don't notice each time the World Cup come around, one of the CONCACAF team seem like they always find themselves in the England group.
Yeah.
you remember when Trinidad went to the World Cup?
In the England group, no.
Them in that group too. Them love the CONCACAF team.
You think Costa Rica never in them group too?
Yes, like me tell you.
Yeah. But we are talking for some reason when you qualify, we always end up finding one of them in the group. USA have a lot of art for me, but I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if them are gonna do any damage. I think let me tell you what I'm doing. See, a lot of teams people are sleeping on because it's easy to pick a big name team, you know.
Right.
You get me? I say, but it's much more difficult to pick a small name team because people are gonna say, "Oh, no African team now gonna go XYZ because they don't have the quality." I think what beats the African a lot of times are probably the discipline in terms of like saying that you're in a match and you can win or you can draw. If you need a draw, if you go in and go to a penalty, like sometimes they go for it when they don't have to go for it in certain moments. Some players go off like a renegade because you have seen those moments. I think even when Brazil, I think discipline cost Brazil 2014 because that's when you lack quality,
right?
As a smaller team, or even if you have a big name team. 2014, I think outside of Thiago Silva, Oscar, and Neymar, the team lacked quality in depth, right? So you have Oscar, Neymar, Thiago Silva. That was pretty much the quality of Brazil. So when Neymar was out and Thiago Silva was out for the Germany match, and Brazil ended up getting that big cricket ball score, what happened is that they lacked discipline in the defense because David Luiz started playing as a striker. So he abandoned his defensive duties. Because when you lack the quality, as big as a team as you are, you know that in that moment you don't have the quality to hurt that team. So what you have to do is be a bit more defensively compact. And I think that is what beats a lot of the teams, because defense is not necessarily a pretty part of football. So a lot of persons don't necessarily favor defense. But if you look at this, I mean, enough people might say this. You see the 2014 Argentine team, as good as Lionel Messi was, it's the defensive prowess of that team that brought it so far to the World Cup final. Because if you realize, even Marcus Rowe looked like a world-beating defender. That defensive display carried them through. Because it's not like they were playing any much quality football or outplaying or playing teams off the park. You understand what I say?
Yeah, man.
So I think sometimes you have to understand, say, if you have a defensively compact team. The Italian team that won the 2006 World Cup was a defensively compact team. The Gattuso and the Cannavaros and those guys. Andrea Pirlo stringing the passes from the deep line playmaker also. I think that is the issue where a lot of persons have. They want to see 7 attackers or so and 3 defenders. And you can't do that in a tournament as small as this, and as it's not a league. People have to understand, so the World Cup is similar to the Champions League. It's not a league format per se. It's group and knockout. And it's coming rapidly. So it's like a 1 month compact thing where you have to understand that if you're the lesser team, you have to be defensively compact and strike on the counter, because you have good players that can beat. Like for Senegal, Ismail Sarr and a Sadio Mane is deadly on the counter. You understand? Those players are players who can hit with a dagger punch. I think South Korea did it with Germany, where you had the Son, who will be probably missed. You had Son in that World Cup where Germany dropped out at the group stages. In that same match, they were hitting Germany on the counter every minute, and then Germany got desperate and wanted a victory. So they had left like 2 or 1 defender down there, and with Son's speed and pace, they call Son Rocket Man, for a reason. So it's
Man is the
one of
text.
them.
Yeah, I am back. Hey, JPS are rapid me, So I returned. But I think I was at the Senegal squad. Let me give the people, if Man is fit, the Senegal starting 11. I know your son was going to say something, because the Senegal starting 11 can be they have a strong starting 11, because all right, they have Edouard Mendy would be in goal.
Right.
They have Koulibaly. They have Toure from AC Milan. Jacobs from Monaco that they could use. They have the Diallo from RB Leipzig that them can use. Right? In midfield, they have guy from Everton, Coyote, Nottingham Forest. You know him tall. We used to play for Crystal Palace. You're supposed to know him. You have Diatta at Monaco as well. You have Mendy at Leicester City.
Yes.
All right.
Just can see about him.
Yeah, you have Matar Sarr, the Tottenham player. I think he's on loan.
At Watford?
At Watford, he's at loan. No, man, that is Isamalia Sarr.
Oh, that's Isamalia. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking the Tottenham one, right? Then they have Sadio Mane, they have Sarr, they have Eugenium Dieng at Marseille, Bamba Dieng, big forward at Marseille, right? And they also have the Villarreal Eugenium Nicholas Jackson. So they have a very strong team.
Very experienced team, man.
Yeah, it's just like even Japan, Japan have quality players, People don't really. The truth is, a lot of people not giving Japan a lot of, because I think that Japan team is going to cause some problems in this World Cup in their zone. I just feel like if anybody's supposed to surprise one of this, if any surprise team, I could see Japan beating Spain, given the team that Spain selected. I could see Japan coming out of that group with Germany.
Yeah.
Because Spain really not scoring any goal,
Right.
And they don't really they have Morata, and Dimo has been saying this, and I'm beginning to believe that Dimo is right, that the Spain team may struggle.
They're gonna struggle, but to be honest with you, I just think that they just have enough quality to get out of the group. To be honest, get out of the group, and then that's it for them.
Yeah, M10. Yeah, you need to call in and make your selections, man. Who coming out of the group, man?
But man, remember, you know, so the guy the name Sar, I think it's Boya, I'm tell you his name. His name Bona Sar from Leon. Bona Sar, Nam plays Mendy from Leicester.
Yeah, I
And
can't remember
Idris a guy from
Everton.
Watford.
Guy is at Everton.
Everton, sorry. That is to me will be the Senegal's midfield. If they don't go when they starting level. And then you have Sadio Mane, you have Sar and Dia up front. So I think people the midfield to me is formidable. And the front three, if Sadio Mane is fit enough, is formidable.
I think Liverpool
it's going to be difficult to score on them.
Did Liverpool want to buy Ismail Sarr from Watford at one point?
That's what I'm saying. A lot of Premier League teams wanted to buy. I don't know why. He didn't come.
Yeah.
Him bad enough. He's a very, very, very technical player. No?
Good ball
to me, he's probably the next player behind like a Sadio Mane in terms of his technical ability in that team. Dangerous player. So I mean, it's all how they come on. And as I said before, I think discipline sometimes get the better of the African
and this is what I'm saying.
Sometimes.
I don't think Senegal will suffer from that because these group of Senegalese players, they played in the African Cup of Nations together. Because unlike Ghana, that is adding people, this is the same group of Senegal players who played in.
They played one match, man. Ghana team play one match together.
Yeah, they haven't played. Yeah, they haven't
Brazil
played
game, man. Not even one match, half a match.
Yeah. And what I'm saying, the Senegal team played African Cup of Nations together. It is the same team that played the qualifiers together. Remember, they didn't have unlike Ghana and the other teams, they don't have a lot of players coming in who changing, like nationality to come and join them. These are the same set of players.
Right.
And we must forget that the Senegal team, I think, was of 2002 with the bad forward line. I think Diaf was on it too. El Hadji. Was that the Senegal team, right? With Papa M. What? Hey, they had the 2002 Senegal team.
Papa Malik Diop.
Diop, yeah, who moved to England. Yeah. So
the brother named Kamara.
Kamara. There you go.
So that's a good team, man.
That's what I'm saying. That the Senegal team was not. The coach now was the captain.
Yes, Sang.
Yeah, he was. No man, not Sang. No man, the coach was Aliou Cisse.
Yeah, man, no, the coach.
He was a player. He was a captain.
With the dynamic guy here.
Yeah, he was a captain for the 2002. Omar Duff was on it. He was a captain for that Senegal team.
Yeah, man, number 6.
Bouba Diop. Yeah, man, the Bouba Diop there. Khalid Sissoko. They had a good team.
Bouba Diop was the leading goal scorer. He scored 3 goals.
Yeah, and Fadiga. So they had up front. They had Kamara, Bouba Diop, and Fadiga. The number 10, the number 7, and the number 19. That Senegal team. I think they tied with France. Did it? Because a lot of the players.
No, man, France did drop out, man. France did drop out.
Yeah, but didn't they play against France? They played against France in that. I think France was there last. I think they had a knocked out France. Well, the game against with them and France was the problem. That prevented France from going through. But we shouldn't. I see somebody saying about right now Jamaica can feel a better team than the US. I don't know.
You don't think so, Marlins?
Listen, no, I can't. Because some of the players,
it's
guys are
done
talking
already.
about optimistic players.
Huh?
Talk about the players. Me not talk about who could play. I'm talking about who can play. Go ahead. Tell me them.
But you know what you said, Marlins? I didn't hear that.
I don't want you to tell me like, Isaac Hayden and Ivan Toney.
No. What you asking me? For starting 11?
Like, all right, tell me the players that you think. All right, so let's look at the Jamaica team. You have Matt Turner, Andre Blake. Goalkeepers probably. Oh,
you're going player for player?
Yeah. I don't know how far. I think they're ahead of us.
Well, their players are playing in better and bigger leagues,
Yeah.
man for man. But I don't think as a team management, especially in the two game, I think it's bad game management why them beat we. I don't think they were leaps and bounds better than us. Mexico the same thing.
No, I think we're better than Mexico, but USA, listen, I watched Tyler Adams playing for Leeds. The youth is a baller.
No, I'm not gonna dispute that man, but I'm just saying like I don't know, just like when it comes to competitions and you look on a team and you say, oh, this team is the best team. Just like a guy was and saying why is why
I have
to say on paper. But when they come together, I didn't see where US tore us down and break us down.
No man. The first game in the USA, you know that
first game man,
we didn't forget red card. Kemar learns if you get red card early in the game there.
Yeah.
The second game in Jamaica, we should have defeated. We won the game. I call it we won that game.
Yeah, because of the header. Yes.
Yeah, I believe we won that game. But USA play Mexico in the Nations League with McKinney and Musa and and Tyler Adams in the midfield. And the man run rings around Mexico.
The first game we lost in Mexico, don't we should have drawn that game?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That I think we now.
But the second money, don't we should have beat them last year?
I agree, but that's why I'm saying that I think Mexico is weaker than the US. I think Canada and US are the two better CONCACAF teams.
Right. Trust me, I just think if we had better management in terms of players in for this World Cup, we got a World Cup easy in my opinion. We'd be in that top 3. I don't think would go in that playoff. I think we'd be in there. Because when you really look at the quality and the players, all right, management, me sit in the stadium and me watch.
We're still struggling in midfield, man, because I think when I watch a campaign, who is the best midfield? Who are the like? If you're going to pick from the entire campaign, all the players who played, who would be your midfield to compete with the US? Give me the 3 players.
The 3 players?
Rafael. Yeah.
Anthony Grant and Daniel Johnson.
Listen, Rafael, I will give you. But Anthony Grant and Daniel Johnson, well, I don't know still. We don't know. I think up front with Leon Bailey, Mikel Antonio, and any other of the forwards, we're good. You see, right back, brother, we have not used one right back in this campaign that me trust.
You're right.
And I would say left back, we could trust Kemar Lawrence, but that is it. Centre back, Ethan Pingnell can Damian Lowe. I think we can match him up. But in midfield and right back, problem.
But Bell and Greg Lee was fine at left back.
Yeah. Maybe those guys at left back. But right back, we struggled right through the campaign. And CDM.
So you don't think Anthony Grant, if Anthony Grant continued in the middle of the field, would have done better?
Why? I rate Anthony Grant, but when I match man for man, the makers midfield, Ravel Morris, listen who you calling her, Ravel, Daniel, and Anthony Grant. When I put in there Tyler Adams, McKinney, or Musa, or the USA midfielder, me not tell no lie, a quality midfield. Maybe the coach is the problem.
Then that me say management. When me sit down and me watch Argentina against Jamaica, me go there with the intention say we are going to get beat up in like 1-4 over or something like that, But the way how the team play, Virgin, is like you can see the total difference. Like I don't know if it's because they play in Argentina, management, but I don't think we didn't have a lot of possession, but we positioning on the field and instruction belted out to the guys, management. Trust me, man, it was very organized. I remember we playing against Argentina.
Yeah.
So I just think different.
But here's the thing with Argentina. You see how we play Argentina? Jamaica ain't playing the USA, so you know. Because we play the USA, you know what we're going to think? We're supposed to beat them. So we're going to attack more. I don't know if we'd sit back against the USA the same way we sat back against Argentina.
Again, as I say again, management, coaching. What is that? Coaching instruction. Yeah. Because Paul Hall philosophy, Paul Hall no business doing my play. He might play on the front foot,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Bless up Pesa J anyway. Unseen Sports, we send you the link, because you're supposed to come on and give your brackets as well, But I know you're hiding your face because your team lose, so you're hiding your face. This is a good question. I don't know if you want to take it, Christopher. How will the climate affect the outcome? Maybe CC can take this. CC, because I got this quote from the Qatar people. Makes sense still. The people in Qatar, they sent out something today. Let me find it and read it for you. Abdullah Al-Nazari, not sure if he's the president, but he has some influential role over there, right? He says this: if you want to express your views on the LGBT cause, do so in a society where it will be accepted. Do not come and insult an entire society. We will not change the religion for the 28 days. If a fan raises a rainbow flag in a stadium and it is taken away, it will not be because we want to offend him, but to protect him. If we don't, another spectator could attack him. If you buy a ticket, it is to attend a football match and not to demonstrate.
The man, you didn't hear when they asked Gareth Southgate. It's what Gareth Southgate, they asked the question that they said that they sent out memos saying that for the days they're going to be there, speak only about football, nothing else.
Yeah, but I think what to me, man, it's a tricky point. I think what they're trying to say is this: we really can't impose rules on sovereign nations, right? Is the World Cup where you think that certain things should be? Probably people are gonna say, "Oh, loosened or anything." But in other countries, when it's difficult to even get documents to travel to that country as an athlete per se, you see athletes struggling to get visa to go to the World Championship.
Yeah.
And they weren't relaxing their process to facilitate.
That is true, That's a good point. Yeah.
So I think this is one of it's a touchy topic for me, because to me, everybody deserves to.
And then we have Ravel who we suffered because of USA policy in the campaign too,
Yeah, man. Because Ravel couldn't go.
And they didn't relax it for the purpose of football.
Yeah, and I think
they want to become easy, right?
Because listen, let me tell you no, CC, because Ravel Mars could not play in the US in our campaign, but now he's playing in the MLS.
Same with Anthony Grant.
So I mean, so they could have relaxed the rule. So
man, you think they would have relaxed that the quality player to come play against US in the US?
No, that I agree with, but that is what I say.
I know. What I'm saying is this: I think it is the right of every human being on the earth to be free to express themselves within their own expressions, with how they feel like they can identify. But at the end of the day, you have to respect other person's values. For example, if Man's man is a Christian, I should not be asking Man's man to go to the shop to buy a cigarette for me or anything. Like, I shouldn't be trying to put something in his way where
you can't impose yourself on.
Yeah, you can't impose. I am a drinker. Then, for example, I'm a drinker, and I say I am a drinker, for example, and I want to put a beer in a Man's man hand, or I want to come. Man's man is keeping a function, and me want to come at the function and smoke at the function. Wow. I think that is an insult to Man's man.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
so
that is true.
Those are the things what I think people have to understand. It's just like if I go to anyone's country.
And I like what they say, listen, it is 28 days.
Yeah.
Listen, man, lock off yourself for 28 days. It's 28. You can play some ball. You understand? It's 28 days. Lock off all of your other stuff and can play some football for 28 days. It's not long. It's not like it's a year or 6. It's 28 days. And listen, for some of them, it won't even last that long.
Man.
It's probably 1 week or 2 weeks on your back of your yard.
Exactly. Man. The first time I went to Atlanta, I get one before I go there, but when I see it in front of my eyes and I see everything I want, it's like, I wonder if I'm still there in America, which me know well, I feel them play still, but I'm just like, every corner you turn, every door you up, everywhere you go. You just in your face.
Yeah.
And they keep saying to me, say, yo, this is ATL, yo, this is Atlanta. This is their hub.
But
And
me tell you something.
me have a problem, but me have to behave my mouth and my actions, because you know what I mean?
I want to tell you this. You know, say to me, before I come to Kingston, come live and before I travel and go overseas, probably did have an issue and stuff. But see right now, I don't even care. Like me can sit down here, so and you sit down and somebody else sit down there, so who is half different thinking and half different thoughts. It don't really trouble me because like to me realize man is man. I have grown into myself to know that what I stand for is what I stand for. It don't really matter what the next person stand for. Yeah.
Once you're not trying to impose your way, on me, understand me?
Yeah, once you're not trying to impose you.
So not because you always my thing is this. Listen, not because you doing it, I still believe it's wrong. I don't accept it. So don't try to tell me that I need to accept the practice. I don't accept it.
Exactly. It's like religion.
Yeah.
Like, debate, it won't end. Like, you know what I mean? You hold where you hold and whatever. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Work for you, see what is with that. But you know what I mean? I'm fine and you're fine.
You know, that is why I always tell people I try to discuss things that are less controversial. In terms of if me I discuss, that's why to be honest, I think my love for sports management has came because of the unity that I see that sports bring. For example, this platform, like you management, and numerous other people, so to them, everybody that I have encountered or spoken to, I might not meet them in person, but to me, sports is what gave me the opportunity to meet these people, I thought to interact with persons. And I think that's like something that unifies people. So for me, that's pretty much why to be honest with certain topics, it's not necessarily my thing for even want to discuss it because I think it's much more a controversial topic. But when it comes on to sports, a man of a team, you're a rival, yes. However, like you're a rival, but you're not rival. Because you're a rival in like a muster, you do all that other stuff. But there's like unity in it. And I see it a lot during like YouTube. I've been on a lot of YouTube platforms. And if it wasn't for the sports, I probably wouldn't have been. But the sports to me is always something that I find that unifies people. So those kind of situations and those kind of topics I'm very much passionate about. Yeah. Anything that signifies unity of persons.
Yeah. All right. So what I want to find out though, because this is something that I heard just today, somebody was saying to me. He said that, listen, he said to me, you have not discussed this on your show. And I think somebody answered, suggested it. Nitro. Redman said, Nitro said it from down by Treasure Beach. Bless up yourself. He says, because his thing is this, will the climate, because it's going to be, well, do it in winter, it's still going to be warm because those places are not cold. The plan was to put AC and all of those things in some of the stadium. That has not happened. Now, does the African nations benefit from this more than the Europeans? Or it just don't matter because most persons are playing in Europe anyways? What is it?
I don't think it probably have a great effect, but it might affect some players. Because some teams have players that play in their country, you know.
Not the big teams, really. The big teams.
Well, yes, but what I'm saying now, it doesn't get hot like that in the country that they're from, nor the country that they're playing in. Because remember, in the summertime, right across the world, the leagues are on break.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it'll be a great effect. It might affect a few people.
No, but I think if you realize with the Africa Cup of Nations, there's a reason why the Africa Cup of Nations is held not in the summer, you know.
Because
I don't think. Honestly, I think the timing of the World Cup affect the teams more than the climate right now, in my opinion, man. To be honest.
meaning it been kept in. So it is
been kept in the middle of domestic seasons. Like I don't like that.
Yeah, but I heard that in this, like you see, the summer there is. I understand. I've never been to that part of the world, but I
no, man, is what I'm saying. Not to have it there in the summer, you know. because he couldn't keep in the summer out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
What I'm saying is the timing of the World Cup, because I'm sure next 2026 is going to go back in the summer.
Yeah, man, it's going to go back to the summer. This is the only one that you'll find.
I must say go summer because 2026 is going to be Canada, Mexico, and US.
Yeah.
So it can accommodate the summer. The World Cup that will probably going to be in person, because places where we can go. But the climate, but man, just say they never put the AC or the cooling system in place.
No, they didn't. That's what I'm telling you. It was just about money, because a lot of the things that they said in order to be given the hosting rights, they have not done. They built the stadium, but the whole cooling of the stadium, they have not done.
Really?
Yeah. They have not done that.
Well,
that's why I said letter
You know what that means?
Yeah.
There's a possibility Qatar go far, no? The possibility Qatar go far. The whole of Qatar team.
But
probably
the thing though is,
Qatar team plays in Qatar.
Wouldn't it benefit like teams like Spain and Brazil, who can possess the ball for long, because if you can pass that ball around, the team that chasing gonna suffer in the heat.
Exactly.
Which is why I think it will probably affect the African nation, because if they don't come to possess the ball and come to catch teams and counter, and unless they're going to have like cooling breaks, like 28 minutes. And
I think
if it's that hot, they must have water breaks, I guess.
And you know, sometimes like at the games they have the spray stuff.
The mist.
Yeah,
the mist.
But let me tell you why I think it's not a disadvantage for like the South American teams. Persons will realize that South American conditions are pretty harsh at times, you know, in terms of their condition, you know. Even in the Brazil World Cup, you had times when different state, I think it was Manaus, they couldn't hold a lot of game at Manaus because Manaus was a pretty, like the climate at Manaus is horrible. So I think the South Americans, remember you have the South American big rainforest down there and stuff. So they have not say similar, but them have harsh climate as well. And I think with the players them playing qualification, like Brazil players playing, having the aid of the qualification rounds down there. So I mean, maybe the climate, as I said, affects the team that is running the most. The teams that has to be chasing the ball game the most.
Yeah, and teams playing on the counter.
Yeah. So it is very much, pretty much. That's why I say sometimes. That's why probably you see when me I put some of the African teams through and some things. I think this World Cup will not go straight forward as persons think. And the only reason probably have France, as I say, France have got broke one curse where them always seems to. And them started. 2002 they went out at the World Cup. And I think that Zidane had retired too. Or Zidane had a card. Zidane had a card. I think he never played that game where they lost to Senegal. So they went out at the World Cup 2002 as defending champions.
Was it when they headbutted the Italian?
No, man. 2002 they went out at the World Cup to Senegal in the group stages. When Diop, when they said Diop guy scored the goal. And then in the 2006 World Cup, I think Brazil, as I said, is the only team that has won the World Cup and went back to like the quarterfinals. Italy 2006 went to 2010 and come out in the group stage. 2010 Spain won, went to 2014 and group stage. Germany won 2014, group stage 2018. So may I tell you say between 1998 and 2018, every champion except Brazil has gone home. At the something that succeeded World Cup.
Yeah.
And it's always been some form of issues leading up to the World Cup. So to me, for that and a lot of other things may have France going home. And it's not necessarily on quality, but a whole type of a controversy surrounding it too.
Yeah. I think France gonna make it out now. I think France are going first, bro.
Yeah. Oh, Anthony, you watching the game?
Yeah, man, I watch the game live.
And what is it going on?
Salz Media TV on YouTube.
Can't bother watch them the YouTube business, man. Them the shot, they no good, man.
It look good in a bad man. How them can afford.
But they're down one. Paraguay gone one.
I don't see remember saying that about the scoreline. I don't see the scoreline, but I know say Bonnie Shaw get a impact with all that.
Yeah, Paraguay gone one, man. So
Jamaica.
Ansi,
Yeah.
So
All
let me
right,
see.
Steve Grant, acknowledge it.
All right, so let me see now. You want to go through your bracketing?
For
The World Cup, pick who coming out of the group, quarterfinal, everything. Are you never prepare for that?
no, I start look on the groups and me never
What's
look.
the name? What's
But
the
they
name of
far.
what's the name of the channel? Where you say the game on?
Hold on, make sure I get the right thing. SALS SAL Media TV.
Hey,
SAL.
Unseen, take him name seriously, you know.
Those who want to watch the Reggae Girls game.
SAL Media TV.
Yeah.
Somebody is man I can't run to your group them and let me see or put up the group and me see it quick and
Then
fast.
that is how the thing work. But you're gonna have to select who coming out of the group and then that period and then select who go win the game. So let's go through. All right. Sir Hilton, you need to come on because I need you to select your thing, you know. I need you to go through. So Unseen, let me show you the screen with that and then you can you can make your prediction, all right?
All right.
All right, bam. Unseen. There you go.
Quality no bad, man.
You say no bad.
No bad.
Quality
All
no
right.
bad. Me not say quality no bad.
All right, so
More crowd than the reggae boys them too.
there you go, Unseen.
Oh,
All
so
right,
this
so let's start with Group A. Qatar, Senegal, Ecuador, Netherlands. Who is two coming out?
Netherlands, Netherlands, and I think with Ecuador.
All right. Group B have Iran, USA, England, and Wales.
I'm gonna go with USA and England.
Who top in the group?
England.
All right. Group C have Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Argentina, and Poland.
Mexico and Argentina. Argentina top in the group.
All right. Group D, Tunisia, Denmark, France, and Australia.
France. Then Denmark.
All right. Group E, Japan, Costa Rica, Germany, and Spain.
Germany, Spain.
Okay, so Germany tapping, then Spain.
Yes.
Morocco, Canada, Belgium, and Croatia.
Morocco, Canada. Oh. Ooh. Belgium and Croatia.
All right. Cameroon, Brazil, Switzerland, and Serbia.
Ooh. Brazil. I know, funny enough, me I go with Cameroon, Brazil and Cameroon.
Brazil.
Brazil first, Cameroon second.
Brazil first, Cameroon second, and then South Korea, Ghana, Uruguay, and Portugal.
Portugal and Uruguay. Portugal first, Uruguay second.
All right. All right. So those are unseen picks. So based on what you pick unseen, this is how your round of 16 would look. All right. You'd have USA. Yeah, USA versus Netherlands. Who win that game?
Netherlands, man.
All right. Argentina versus Denmark.
Argentina.
All right. Germany, based on your picks, would end up playing Croatia.
Germany.
Germany. All right. Brazil versus Uruguay.
You know me I go with Uruguay though.
Brazil versus Uruguay, I'm saying.
Yeah, me go Uruguay.
To do what? Eh?
I beat Brazil, man.
You brother must think that anyways. You must think you're drunk. Anyways,
A Brazil bring.
Man say I bring Uruguay. Man I say Brazil like anyways.
Brazil I get beaten, man.
England versus Ecuador.
I'm gonna go with England though.
France versus Mexico.
I'm gonna go with England if they play Harry Maguire, Ecuador gonna beat them.
No man, you have to pick where you pick, man. Come on, man. France.
France all the way. France all the way, man.
All right. Then you have Belgium versus Spain.
Jesus Christ. The one they had. Belgium.
And Portugal versus Cameroon.
Portugal.
All right. So that is your pick right there. So let's go to this so who now? Who winning? Netherlands versus Argentina. Netherlands beating Argentina.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Memphis the pie.
Germany versus Uruguay. Who winning?
Uruguay.
You come like you're a troll, brother. You're not serious.
And see which team you support?
May I do a prediction?
France in support. Me can't tell you that. England versus France.
May I do a prediction? Uruguay are gonna beat them, bro.
England versus France.
The most France, man.
Okay, we see what this is going on.
Belgium versus Portugal.
Belgium versus Portugal. Belgium.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, you go pick them because where you try pick to see you can give an easy road for France.
No, man, the easy road is there for France.
So Netherlands versus Uruguay. Netherlands versus Uruguay in one semi-final. Who winning?
Netherlands versus Uruguay. Netherlands.
And France versus Belgium next semi-final.
France.
And who winning the World Cup? Netherlands versus France.
France.
Okay.
Mbappe back-to-back World Cup.
How him say I go back to World Cup final?
He must say Mbappe win back-to-back World Cup.
Listen, I must name Brazil. None of them team they go back to back-to-back World Cup.
What make you say that? What you say that with the champion team?
Listen, you watch France?
France
has
big
been
side,
struggling.
bro.
France has been struggling.
But we have
France always struggle.
Hold on, because
what do you mean by France always struggle?
Before they play World Cup, France
we have
always
Preacher,
struggle.
so we're gonna let Preacher go through his World Cup bracket because
Preacher bring some sanity to Unseen and sanity.
Yo,
I don't know what
big up yourself, CC. Big up the man.
Big up
Unseen,
Preacher.
Yeah, man, bless him.
Sir Preacher, please come and bring some sense to this because I don't know what is wrong with Unseen and CC. CC and Unseen make some pick me. I wonder if they must sing football or they must try to pass way for their team to reach the final so that their team can actually win.
Yeah.
But you don't think that's like a
management? Shot my thing in a management. I mean, I tell you say this World Cup. I say, I might get probably 4 of the predictions wrong, but because I pick USA with my heart and Mexico with my heart, so I might get them the wrong. So everything else spot on.
But everything else gonna be wrong. Everything else can be spot on because everything go by what you pick.
Hey man, remember, so we got there every week, you know. Don't worry yourself, you know.
One
wrong
bracket throw off everything in the box.
There you go.
One wrong bracket, no.
So Preacher, you can go ahead and tell us, and if you want to say anything in terms of why, you can go ahead. So Group A.
All right. So I mean, I have Netherlands winning Group A, with Ecuador finishing second.
Okay.
I have England and Wales coming out of Group B. England top in the group. Mexico are a tournament team, so I have Argentina top in their zone. Mexico finishing second. Denmark actually winning Group D, and France finishing second.
That sounds like your son, Christopher.
Yeah, man.
In Group E, it's gonna be a battle between Germany and Spain. I'm gonna give the Germans the edge in winning the group. Spain finishing second.
Well,
The, the
Demo, who supports Spain, says Spain team not good enough to come
Dima
out of
get
the
some
group.
hope, man. Quite a few people pick Spain.
yeah, but the zone is favorable because you have Costa Rica and you have Japan. So it's a favorable zone for Spain to actually transition.
Boy, I feel like Japan going to beat Spain. But let's go ahead. Group F.
Yeah, the Japanese are usually dangerous, but yeah, Spain should have the pedigree. In Group F, Belgium topping the group. Croatia and Morocco fighting for the spoils, but I give Croatia the edge over the Moroccans. This group is an interesting group. I actually think Brazil will win it and Switzerland because they're a tournament team again.
All right.
Will surprise people. In Group H, a tough group, probably the zone of death.
Yeah.
This is where you have Portugal, right?
Yeah, Portugal, Uruguay, Ghana, and South Korea.
Wow, what a group!
But Sun is out for South Korea for the World Cup, so.
Oh yeah, so that put a damp on South Korea's chances. All right, I'm gonna go with Uruguay and Portugal. Uruguay top in the zone. Might be just a matter of goal difference there, saying because I think Portugal and Uruguay might draw, and then it come down to who score more goals. So yeah.
All right, so let's go to from these picks. This is how your group stage would look.
Yeah.
You end up having Netherlands versus Wales. Based on your pick, Argentina versus France in the round of 16.
Yeah, I actually think they're going to face each other again, and this time Argentina are going to pick France. I mean, I think it's a similar situation to the last World Cup, but this time Argentina will get the better of the French team, and the Netherlands will play Argentina in this round.
Okay, so France unseen.
Yes, sir.
France gone home early.
In his mind.
No, well, the truth is, if you look at this French team, there's not much going on in the middle of the park for the French team. They have lost their two best defensive midfield players and their two best box-to-box midfielder in the same persons. So I'm not so sure how France is gonna treat with that. And Argentina's strength is not so much Messi. It's the solidity of their midfield.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway. So that's that. In terms of Germany and Croatia, I think the Germans will edge that. The Brazil Portugal.
How you select this thing? Like all the big games are being played early.
Yeah, man. No, man. This World Cup is gonna be about big games. Brazil Portugal will be a big one for many people to watch. Brazil will beat Portugal. Brazil is just too good. I think their biggest weaknesses in their wing backs, but I think Tite is going to compensate for that with the play of his wingers, supporting the wing backs. England versus Ecuador. England should edge that. I think this is where Mexico's tournament would end against Denmark.
Belgium, Spain.
Yeah, the Belgians are going to be winning that one. And surprisingly, I do have Switzerland beating Uruguay. This Swiss team is an underrated crop of players, and they are a big tournament team.
Yeah. Whoa. So your games for the quarterfinals would see Netherlands versus Argentina, Germany versus Brazil, England versus Denmark, again like in the Euros, and Belgium versus Switzerland. All right. Let's go up now. So who wins Netherlands versus Argentina?
One more penalty shootout game, like the 2014 World Cup semifinals. Argentina wins again. Argentina goes to the semis. Brazil versus Germany.
Again.
Man is man, too love.
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
Tough game, but the Brazilians are going to be edging this game. against the Germans. And then on the other side of the bracket,
Yeah.
it's a repeat of the Euros. I think England will be too good again for the Danes. And then I think Belgium is going to be too good for Switzerland.
Yeah. All right. And I suspect your final is Belgium versus Brazil.
Unfortunately, you have half of it right. I think Argentina are actually going to beat Brazil. Um,
So you have Argentina reaching final. I don't understand this. I don't understand this.
Argentina
well,
versus Belgium.
I don't
yeah, and
understand.
I have Belgium beating them. Yeah.
And Belgium winning the World Cup. All right.
Well, well, I am actually an Argentina fan. But
Look, Belgium team,
I think Belgium would be
Belgium
the
cap.
favorite. I
Hold
think
on, hold on
Belgium
one
would be the
second.
favorite,
Yeah.
other than the fact that I just think Argentina are just ripe for winning this tournament, and I can see them beating Belgium in a close final.
All right, CC, what's it? Let me get the views of the panelists. Go ahead, CC, and then Unseen,
Yeah,
and
man,
then
I tell you, I see Belgium. I see Belgium team, and me I tell them, me I feel to myself, say, I wonder how did I keep it at the coach head, because the team, Belgium team look like to me, the bunch of, a lot of the players looks defensively to me. But them a good team, you know. The
the
problem I
defense is
think I have
very
with
good,
Belgium,
though.
you know what the problem I have with Belgium? Belgium reminds me of England with Lampard and Gerrard and Scholes and those guys. Like, they have a bunch of players that has good names and they're good players in and around leagues, but for some reason they can't bring it together for a tournament. Because I think that you would have seen think that they would have done something between the Brazil 2014 World Cup and Euros 2016, between Euro last time around and the other World Cup. So I think this is probably the last window for them to do something. England, funnily enough, based on how your prediction is your prediction set out in the preacher, I think that if certain you see England to me, and it's just so funny. England has the luck of the draw where England is positioned. If certain things goes according to how I think they might go, or even according to how you set up the bracket, England might end up with an opportunity in the World Cup final
Yeah, man,
to
but
win
I
the World
have
Cup
them as
final again.
far as the semis. I have them as far as the semis.
Yeah,
Now, the truth is, any of these semis could go either way. I could see Brazil beating Argentina in the semis, and I could see England clipping Belgium. So once it reaches semi-final stage, it's really just a matter of going with your heart now for me. But I think,
yeah.
true to form, I think these are the four teams that I could see making the semi-finals of the World Cup.
But that's the next thing too. I was saying this preachers to say that England to me, for some reasons, I don't know. Some people call it lady luck, but I think between the 2018 World Cup, the Euros last time around, and this World Cup, England is in a position to reach far in a major tournament if they don't muck it up. You understand? I
Yeah,
think they're,
agree.
they're in a position to reach far in a major tournament again, quite
Yeah,
possibly even making the final. And I think
yeah,
they have quality, you know. It's just that what the coach will do. But I mean, I think Argentina and Brazil is going to be a semi-final matchup. And then on the other side of the bracket, I think it will be like probably a Portuguese or somebody. But I think on the side of Brazil and Portugal is probably the most difficult side of the bracket in terms of how certain teams are set up. But all in
yeah,
all, it's your picks, and I think in your pick, you can't really rule out any of those teams because they have quality in and around the team. The Brazilian team, I think, has probably the most quality or the deepest squad, separate and apart from the replacement of Neymar in terms of like a Everton Ribeiro, I think is the backup to Neymar. So separate and apart from Neymar's position in the team, Brazil has somebody to fill in for everybody in the team. Everybody
yeah,
as a person in a
Yeah,
position outside Neymar.
yeah.
yeah.
All
So
right, yeah, man. All right, Unseen, what are your takes? You were saying that um there's no way preacher could get to 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 Belgium and Argentina. What say you? You're muted, Unseen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, I think Belgium can make it to as far as possible, but I don't see Argentina reaching there. One, because we know that the team is going to play around Messi. The team is going to play around Messi, and I don't think Messi quality is not there now because of old
But
age
they
or
just won the Copa America though with the same Messi.
yeah man. They won the Copa America. A lot of teams won the Copa America and don't win World Cup. A lot of
A lot
teams
of
won
teams win it and
Euro.
don't win the Euro.
A lot of teams don't win it and don't win World Cup. Euro and don't win World Cup.
Well, what I'll say unseen about that is
So
I think
no,
this Argentina team is less talented than previous Argentina teams, man for man. And I think what the coach has done, the coach has built a solid team from the midfield and the defense. The one player that Argentina will miss is Lo Celso, and that's because of the work rate that he has in the middle of the park. He will be replaced by Papu Gomez more than likely, who will become a starter in the team. But when you look at Argentina, Messi is required to do a lot less than when he was even playing with the likes
And
of
I think they're
Tevez,
also less reliant on him than
and
in
they
previous
are
years, in my
right.
opinion.
They are less reliant on him. I think that the key players for Argentina in this World Cup are actually Latura Martinez, and his ability to score goals up front, and Angel Di Maria and his ability to stay fit. If Angel Di Maria is able to play through the tournament, and Latura Martinez is having a good tournament, consistent with his goals per game for Argentina so far, then Argentina will go as far as those two players play well. Lionel Messi will be Lionel Messi, but Argentina's team is built from the midfield. Paredes as a holder in the midfield.
And they're going to start the Brighton guy that they just found,
McAllister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
So
good
I
player.
mean they have a solid unit, but fair. I mean, as I
but
said,
but,
Brazil. I
but
could see Brazil beating Argentina or Argentina beating Brazil. When those two teams plays, it's
but
just
but
who scores on the
Yeah,
day.
big up Igate. Big up
but
Igate. Igate is a Messi fan and all. Him say I give Argentina very little chance to win this World Cup. So but go ahead and see, and then we hear from Christopher about Preacher's selection. Go ahead and see.
But Preach, I just think that the best chance for Argentina to win the World Cup has passed. I don't see them,
Yeah.
getting that opportunity to reach final again. You know, Higuain, Higuain really messed up that Messi show that year, and I don't see them getting that opportunity again in the World Cup. I just don't
Yeah.
see, based on
Fair.
how they play, and based on I know they are going to, and they're going to try to resurrect Messi to play the best football to carry his team to win the World Cup, and that not going to
But
happen
what
based
I'm
on his
saying,
age.
Ansi, the truth is just like with Portugal. I think these two teams are less reliant on the superstars. So Messi can just chip in at
But,
some point without being. He doesn't have to be the star anymore for Argentina, in my opinion. Same thing with Brazil. I don't think Neymar has to be the star for Brazil to win right now. I don't think Neymar necessarily need to be the star. Messi needs to be the star for Argentina to win, because the team has got. It is not easy to go 35 games undefeated in Ansi.
man is man. When you go in a World Cup game, and as a player, you're playing with Messi alongside you in a World Cup game, and you have to really look at him when you're back against the wall and say, Messi, you are the leader, you are the man that have a lot of experience in World Cup. You have to step up and show us the way. But that is going to happen in the World Cup. You understand me?
Yeah.
When Argentina back is against the wall, can Messi step up for Argentina?
I
Because
think so. Honestly, I think so.
the other players are not going to step up because they don't have the experience as him.
All right. Let me hear from Christopher. Let me hear Christopher's thoughts. What are your thoughts, Christopher, on this
Well,
selection? Yeah.
to be honest with you, I don't have a problem. I don't shoot down a man opinion saying that Argentina can go to the finals. But I think Argentina best route going to the final is not to play Brazil in the semi-final. And that's not a bias. You know why? My personal opinion is that I like Argentina team, but I don't like the defense.
Yeah. True.
When I look and I see a guy like Arthur Mendy who's gonna start in the defense line, Acuna, those guys are starting. Me have a problem with that. Well, I don't have a problem because it's not my team. But I'm just saying,
They're not the
strike
best.
force, for the forward
Yeah.
line and midfield where Brazil have, I don't see those guys stopping them. So if
Yeah.
they meet in the semi-final, I think Brazil are going to eat them food.
Yeah.
It's gonna basically Argentina to me side is set up that they're gonna outscore anybody because I don't see them defending basically to win a game.
You know, and what's Chris? Sorry, interjecting here, but you know what's very interesting. This Argentina team has not given up a lot of goals in games. I mean, there is a defensive weakness, but I think what Argentina compensates, or they compensate for that, is their possession of the football.
Right.
The teams tends to possess the football a little bit more. And when you remember, that Argentina have the likes of Romero from Tottenham. They also have Martinez from
Manchester United defender.
Yeah, from Manchester United. So they have players. I think Otamendi actually plays better in the Argentina shirt than he does for his club currently. But you are correct. I think if there's any area of weakness in the Argentina team, it is that defensive unit. The keeper is a very good goalkeeper, right?
Yeah.
A shot stopper, and a leader at the back. But we definitely, I can see somebody saying Brazil will beat them in the semifinals, and it wouldn't be surprising if that happens.
Question
But,
though. Sorry, question. Romero, the goalkeeper, used to be at Manchester United. Those two second string goalkeepers are better than him in your opinion?
They're not necessarily better than him. I think he is a better option, but currently he's not. Is he playing football regularly? He's not playing regularly.
Okay.
And
no, but the other goalkeeper that keeps in Spain, what is his name? Gotti.
He's not good. The Villarreal goalkeeper. He's not good.
He's not good.
Not that good, man is man.
No.
Really?
No, he's not good. Well, man is man. In his own right, he's good. Yes.
You don't think he's better than Romero?
No.
Yeah, compared to Romero, no. And Franco Armani is not good compared to Romero.
Manins.
Okay.
It's just like David De Gea and the three goalkeeper when Mrs. Spain carry. Only I don't
no man. Those keepers are better at playing
than De Gea
with their feet, playing the ball.
Man, we're not talking about feet, we're talking overrun. You want a goalkeeper, you'd have picked
David Raya at Brentford is a very good goalkeeper, man. Arsenal wanted to buy him.
You're right, but I wouldn't pick De Gea would have to be in that top three for me.
Well, I that I can agree with, but the Brentford keeper is good. The Brighton keeper, I don't know. I don't.
Exactly,
I know some people
I was
rate him
waiting
highly.
for what you're gonna say about that. Sanchez over De Gea.
Yeah, I know some people rate him highly. I don't know if he's better than De Gea, but the coach may have selected him because of his ability to play the ball out with his feet. He's very good at that.
Man is man. I can't tell you, him not get no game I World Cup. I don't see him playing.
Yeah. And for the persons, the Jamaica versus Paraguay friendly, it's at 2-0 at halftime. Paraguay leading. The Reggae Girls. For those of you who are interested. All right, so Preacher. So you have Belgium winning their first World Cup.
Well, if Argentina is in the final, then I want Messi to win. So I would say Argentina, and that's a hard pick. But I wouldn't be surprised. If Brazil, as Christopher said, pips Argentina in the final. If I would change anything, I would change that. And have Brazil in the final against Belgium, and having Brazil winning the final against Belgium. If I were to change anything.
Yeah, I get. I said we stop it. They should be in the squad. In the squad, but yeah.
That is one more man who doesn't support Brazil who is still concerned about Brazil. Write it down. Remember me tell you?
You say everybody concerned about Brazil.
No, me I tell you say it's really.
No, Brazil is due, and this Brazil team has also not lost a game since they lost that Copa final.
To Argentina,
Man was bringing up the point to say that they don't play against a team outside South America in a competitive game. Something like that I heard man was saying.
I don't recall, but this Brazil team.
This team is ripe and ready.
I didn't say. I said Brazil has not lost. The only game Brazil has lost in friendly or whatever you want to call it is against Argentina in the Copa America. They haven't lost a game.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think he was making the point that their opponents they have played against.
Not me.
Okay.
Must be somebody else. But you know that also. I also said that it is 20 years, 5 cycles since the World Cup has not been in South America. I think it's coming to South America via Argentina.
South America or Brazil?
Well, you know,
you have reservation, man. Is man.
No, man, I believe Brazil will take it. But just in case it don't work out for Brazil, Argentina taking it. It's coming to South America. That much I know. After 20 years. But I get. No, I am not saying they should not be in the squad. You know. I am saying, though, that the other goalkeepers are better using their feet than they here.
But man is man, if you have 3 goalkeepers, you don't need the 3 of them to be capable of using them feet, my boss.
Right, 3 of them won't play. What the chance is the third string goalkeeper going to get off the bench?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to argue because people are saying that he should be in the team. I won't argue that. But if the coach is looking at keepers who are going to use their feet, then you understand me?
You think him that terrible in passing out from the back?
Yeah. Because of how Spain play. I'm
waiting to see, boss.
But I would have carried him because I really believe that he's a very good shot stopper.
Exactly.
And he's on good form.
Spain might end up in a penalty shootout. You know, Kepa, if we are Kepa on the start, Kepa probably going to be the man if he come on.
But to me, they are not going to the World Cup and no chat. They are one. They are not winning the World Cup yet.
Well, it's not a matter of whether you win or not. No,
he wasn't there in 2010. I think.
I told win.
He wasn't there.
We just have to trust the coaches of live and die on their decision, So.
Yeah. Hey, you guys, I know we're talking about keepers, but you remember last World Cup that Belgium was picked by France in a game where it's not like France did do a lot in other game there for win the game, right? Belgium actually gave them as much as they got, right? And I think this Belgium team, Kevin De Bruyne, and I'm sure Highgate will be smiling when he hears this, but Kevin De Bruyne, I think, is playing some of his best football at the right time.
The problem, though, is Preacher, is that Kevin De Bruyne has gone up like 10 notches. A lot of the people from that same Belgium have gone down 5. Vertonghen have gone down. Eden Hazard, I don't even know if he's playing football.
I don't know how you make the team.
That is the issue I have with Belgium, is that De Bruyne has certainly gone up, but except with from De Bruyne and Vincent Kompany was also in that Belgium side.
Yeah, man.
Right? Thibaut Courtois is still on form. Tielemans, you could say, at Leicester. Castagna at and Thibaut Courtois. But the rest of the Belgium team...
Yeah. Alderweireld has gone down. We name the Carrasco, Yannick Carrasco, Vertonghen, them on the...
Boban is man.
Yeah, them on the...
Check Belgium last couple games. No, you're nobody at about Batshuayi for the national team in the boss. Batshuayi is the man who come up with the goals them in the critical games them for the past couple games where them playing. He's one of those players who play better for the national team than Fin Club.
Well, there you go.
But if you look, I don't know. Is it to me? The man them said they don't know them not see France losing the World Cup. I think
not the man them that's
get caught up in that.
That's
I get. Yeah, we get caught up in the Chouameni, Camavinga, like Mbappe. As I said before, France is not losing the World Cup because of talent. You understand? There's other factors involved. So we don't really have to look at it. There's one player that I want to see at the World Cup. I think he's gonna be. He'll probably win best young player, and depending on how he perform. I think it's Yusuf Mokoko. Yusuf Mokoko. The Cameroonian. Okay. The Cameroonian or Germany.
No. So the player who got, I think, is Musiala.
Yeah, Musiala, man. Musiala.
Mokoko, a Cameroon too, man. African.
Yeah, no, but the player is the player where England fool England, make Germany take away.
Musiala. Musiala.
Yeah.
You're
I
in
think
bad.
and Jude Bellingham are going to be two of the players too. I think Jude Bellingham may have a good game. Highgate said that Preacher jump up. Belgium were the only team capable that could beat France in 2018. Yeah, I think the Belgian backline is Castagna. Them guys are old man, Vertonghen, old backline.
But to be honest, man, I don't think like, for example, it's still mind-boggling. So Belgium got to a World Cup and a strike and a score no goal. Man play every game and a score no goal and they win the World Cup. You see, this is why I tell people, you know.
Win the World Cup, they don't win the World Cup, man.
France, me say sorry. France, man.
Oh, no.
Olivier Giroud no score no goal, and he play every game.
But him play, you say him play a part still, Virgin, not because he not scoring.
No, I don't say no, you know. Oh. What I'm trying to say is this. Something there, France, to me, it necessarily. I think what mashed up, what happened to Croatia is Croatia games were much more. Croatia ended up going to playing 120 minutes in 2 games straight, because I think they went to 2 extra time. They went to extra time back to back, if I'm not mistaken. So by the time I think they get the French game, I think Croatia never have much left in the tank for the final with the French team.
Yeah.
And as good as the French team was, I think the French team is just justifying the Euro 2016 that they lost to Portugal, because they were picked to win that Euro 2016, and they ended up coming and win the World Cup in 2018. So I mean, we're looking at the names and saying, all right, yeah, Mbappe is playing very good over at PSG. Tchouaméni is doing his thing in Real Madrid. Camavinga is coming off the bench and showing what he can do as well. Griezmann, I'm not too quite sure of, because Griezmann, early up in the season, Griezmann was only playing 30 minutes in games because
that changed now, man.
No, I know it changed now, but I'm saying that so that means Atletico Madrid decided to pay the money.
Yeah,
because they decided to, but prior to that they were only playing 30 minutes. So I never really seen, because I don't think I've seen him the farm thing coming for him. Benzema was in good form, but Benzema was injured and then come back. But Benzema
nobody not talk about Nkunku, brother.
Christopher, he's the player, I think.
Anyway, I need to bring some clarity. So I have a message that came in. It says, why some of the guests like to make certain statements. Musiala went to Germany because he thought it would be easier to get into their national team. England did nothing to dissuade him from playing for them.
Well, man, is what I said on that. I said Musiala who that England Germany take. What that suppose? That they put up a fight?
They not say England
do not fight. Nothing wrong with what women say. They never said they steal them from England, because England didn't put up a fight.
Yeah, but why would Germany's midfield be easier to be made?
It's just like Jude Bellingham them and Sancho them when they left Manchester, when they left England and go to Germany to play Bundesliga.
England's picking up.
Look how much team they want in England to buy.
Yeah, but I say England's picking up their team sometimes seems to ostracize the players that leave England and play in other territories. That is why a lot of English players.
I feel like that. Like if you're English and you play like in Italy,
yeah,
and especially if you're not played regularly for the team, it's almost like it's so hard for you to get into the English team. Like the player playing in England, unseen. Man, just silent over there. I know nothing what going on. I know them.
Imagine.
Everything what go on, man is one.
Imagine Fikayo
lose the man in a self-imposed exile and depression and all kind of thing.
May I listen to Tono?
Imagine Tomori.
Ansi, I need to ask you something quickly. What are your thoughts on that coach interview?
Who that?
You haven't played it again? You haven't played it?
To avoid.
Him nobody wants say that, but him say it. And he picks up himself after. So if you play the whole of the video,
right,
him say any team come. So him correct himself.
He correct himself?
Yeah, well, man. What I heard him said, Manins, before he played, was that he wanted to to play them so that he could show them what a system look like. How you develop
No, man,
players
about
from
the assistant coach.
Huh?
Which one have you matter?
The assistant coach.
Oh, the assistant. Okay. Sorry. I never hear that one.
What can we expect from Mona?
All right, so I will play it again. I love the interview. Yeah, big interview.
I love it.
Oh yeah,
I love
you
it,
want to
man.
play at the beginning
Because you want to prove a point. Said
before the game.
That JC, you know.
No, nothing like that. I just love the interview. It's a very good interview. What did I say? Let me find it. Here we go. Let me find it. Don't move, people. This one is classic.
Hey.
Classic interview. Why we talk about now? Big interview this one. Ready? People, listen.
Well, we have all to play for on Saturday because top spot is the objective. Because when you get top spot in the zone, you play second place on the next section. So to avoid Jamaica College, in the semi-final should be an objective of ours.
What? Make it play.
If we get St. George's, if we get Jamaica College,
we are changing for now.
Next section.
We don't want to play no more.
No, man, play some more, man. We don't play a part there alone.
We don't play no more.
People here will say after that.
We don't play no more.
You seriously?
After
that, the man said, he's not trying to avoid any team comes in play.
How you just
correct himself?
Correct
himself. You kill the youth for correction.
Me not kill him. Me just like the interview. That's all I say. Me never say me not kill him. Me just say me like him.
Another question you want to ask still. You want to ask a different question, but more.
It's a team talk. A team talk going to halftime team talk. Very good team talk.
Yeah, when is the semi-finals?
I'm not sure, you know. No, they're going to play Champions Cup first, and then we're going to play semi-final.
Okay. All right. Listen, we have around 3 minutes to go. So, Christopher, last word. Thanks to your son, Cristiano, for coming on. He made his picks as well. Very good picks. So, bless up. So, other persons, listen, tomorrow morning, again, when you come on, you can call in, you can come on the stream and share we go through the bracket with you. We want all our subscribers to have that, privilege of going through the brackets, and you can record it for yourself. But Christopher, take a minute and then close out, and then we'll go to Unseen and then CC, and then we will end for the evening.
Yeah, man. It was a good show.
And
really
Christopher is a Manchester High.
Huh?
Manchester High. Eh?
No, man. My school, high school, Belfield, come on.
Oh, you support, and when you're Manchester, I'm thinking I support Manchester.
No. I thought you said I'm a Manchester student.
No, man, you support Manchester High.
Yeah, I support them. Any team come from Manchester doing good, I support them.
Yeah. Okay.
Who are calling shots down there?
A Manchester right now?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know exactly who, but me said Dookie there in the background somewhere. And the last game, Miss against Central, Miss Kevin Graham, along with a couple of other man on the sideline. We could have make a call and find, but I don't know right now. I don't want to call anyone.
Say Manchester with Dookie touch.
Well, to be honest,
Christopher, don't bother get him, don't rate Dookie, so just leave that alone. Just
no.
To
the already. Remember, say I'm a week
nice.
before.
That's all more year, say.
In the left, So
right.
basically, blueprint and everything. Not the person who come in now. I go follow exactly if he wasn't already on the team, but I think team print upon the team already still. To be honest with you, in my opinion.
Said, big up Lambert and Coach Chambers. Them man, they are calling shots down at Manchester.
Yeah, man. So
that's what you think. Go ahead, yeah.
Me I say now all of the football basically finish now, and the whole focus now is basically World Cup.
Football still go on Tuesday.
No. What I mean, like especially like the Premier League, the big leagues and stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody are focused now basically upon the World Cup. And I said, to be honest, at the first World Cup, I didn't really feel the World Cup fever.
True.
Now I said that the Premier League and the other leagues then probably are close off this week. Now I said, let's see what's going to happen going to next week. But really, I look forward to it still. Games them some of the time, based on my job still, I get to watch the games them, but it kind of inconvenient to a lot of people still. But I'm really looking forward to it and hope Brazil can carry home that one still.
All right. Unseen.
Well, love. I don't feel the fever of the World Cup. I don't know why. Maybe because of the time change from summer to December. People at work and come in and tired and things. The games are going to play in the night, right?
Now the morning.
Same thing then time.
5
People
a.m.
are
first game. Most games.
So you gotta go to work and them thing then. Can't get to watch some of the game then. So I don't even know the fever.
Can tune into I Am Sure Sportsman live stream.
I don't have the fever.
I know some bad on the commentary already.
Yeah, man. More hear Croatia and Serbia commentary.
Yeah, but when I say man
Japan.
It should be a way where me could have streamed too.
Wait.
You know, see, I go there work, sir.
We are going to work, so we can't
stream.
Yeah.
Record the game, them, man. And come back and break them down.
Yeah.
But go on. But anyway.
Well, we already know.
Let Unseen finish up a minute and then we'll come to you. Go ahead, Unseen.
But my favorite team to win the World Cup is France. I think France and Belgium is a team to beat at the World Cup. Not seeing Argentina, not seeing England. I don't understand how certain players made the England team. But I'm not an England fan, so I'll leave them to what they select. You understand me? I just think that France can just put some things together properly, and we can win the World Cup again. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right.
Yeah.
CC, your time. Big up Gunners boss. It's striking. So I'm not watching the World Cup in support no World Cup in Qatar. All right, big up Gunners boss.
Yeah.
Go ahead, CC. CC.
What I will say is that there's a lot. Since we're on the stream, interview drop with Cristiano Ronaldo.
With Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah.
Yeah, big thing. I think there's a rumor going around that his contract was terminated with Manchester United prior to the interview. So
okay,
I think
I'm not sorry to interject.
Yeah, I figured that he was going to leave because after the World Cup, it's January. He wasn't planning on coming back to Manchester.
But it came on my phone while it was on the stream that it came directly from Manchester United stream that in his interview he said he has no respect for Ten Hag.
Yeah, he said that. I have that, yeah.
And nobody have a part we must say, him don't know why Rooney criticized him so badly because is it because he finished his career and I'm still playing at a high level or something to that sort. But I mean, I think it's very, very bad. But I think there's a lot going on. I think persons who don't realize that sometimes some of these players, I don't know just to say this, some of these players, because of their mercurial talent, we tend to forget that they are human at the same time. And I think he's dealing with a tragedy in his life. I think with his daughter, I think is sick. I'm not sure if she has died or anything, but she was terminally ill and stuff. So there's a lot of things that I think he's dealing with. And coming back to the club, I think even when he came back to the club, he's saying that Sir Alex Ferguson is the reason why he came back to the club because he was opting to go to Man City, and Ferguson said, "You can never go to Man City." So he said, "Okay, boss, I'll just come back to Manchester United." But there's a lot of things with it. I think it's just a pity that it's coming to something like this. But at the end of the day, what I think persons don't understand is this: people are saying that he should not have said anything. It's his emotion. I rather him say something about what he's going through than to wake up and hear a news that Cristiano Ronaldo is no more because he has gone through some form of depression. And it's a very, very it's a reality that it might that things like that can happen. So it's better that he comes out and say something and get it out there. Whether you want look at him different or view him different. Yeah, it don't really matter. But that's what I will say. And Brazil to me winning this World Cup. So Neymar going off with a World Cup new number 10 coming into the 2026 World Cup. It's a good look. But I mean, as I said before, as I say no man, we're not just talking like unseen. I check unseen now in ain't ready for the World Cup, you know. What I say?
I want the old Brazil jersey them.
Go one side with the 2016.
Man, is that the training kit? And the training warm-up kit them and them body out.
Yeah. Anyway, people, so the training kit. So people, but that is the show. So CC, I like what Duckland said. Goat and have no normally friend.
Yo.
Ronaldo could work, but it is he had a newborn that passed, right? So that is it, you know. Yeah. So, but I think sometimes people have to consider what is going on in people's personal life, because they are professionals. But you don't know. Big up to all of the person. I get you need to come on one of the days and give you go through the brackets, you know. You understand me, a man like Duckland. Pesa, you still don't come on it and go through your bracket either, you know. But maybe tomorrow and as a week.
Pesa can't manage pressure, you know, manage man.
Hey, yo, Pesa side get 6-1. He get 6-1, he leave half time and go a yard. Pesa say, yo, the referee, go my yard. You have to watch the rest of the game. Me is 6-1 again.
Yo, the last time Pesa see one good side, man, when Woodbine never play. That side of the body, you know.
Yeah, but big up Pesa. Man, we lock the West. You know the West is the best. You know, big up and thanks to everyone for joining the stream and being a part of it. Want to big up young Cristiano. Right. You understand me? Hope him drop some ball and just don't know the ball of them name, you know, Sir Christopher.
No, man, him play for Central Brooklyn Academy. You 11,
awesome.
but him are just 9. He just turned 9.
Okay, awesome.
They unbeaten for the season, 1 game to go.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Awesome. There you go. One next Jamaican over there, you know, young but making a name for himself, so we still have to send him for some U team and stuff. But big up yourself, everyone. Thanks, Christopher, CC, Unseen Preacher, who was on earlier. Also, thank you. Like I said, Christiana, thank you as well. Every person who watched the video, all the persons in the comment section, those who you probably never sent a message, but you listen, you watch, we appreciate that. Thanks for your time. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. You can go and watch the Reggae Girls game, the second half. The quality is not the best. It's on SAL Media TV. Go and check that out right now. I am Manizman. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And you know, when it gets to this point, we say we are over. And we are OUT out of here.
Yo, watch about dog. SK New Erdis. The body out there. Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Orchard Race, Galtigo Bay. Everywhere. I Am Sure Sports. Check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like, yeah. Someone on for the food from we young, from we day, you need height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.